coffee break. Today's tidbit.
And it's time for our weekdays coffee break. Today's tidbit, and joining us in the studio is Puyong. Puyong, hello to you.
Hello, happy Monday.
Happy Monday, Puyong. I was telling you right before the show,
Yes.
I had this dream over the weekend.
Yes.
Didn't we talk about like dreams and meanings before as one of the
I don't
coffee breaks? Was that with you?
No.
No? So over the weekend, I had a dream, right?
I'm excited to hear
It was
this.
crazy because the dream was Arirang told me and you to go on a business trip.
Oh.
To go on a business trip, and it was to do a documentary.
Ooh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And the documentary was on BTS.
What?
And we met
That's
BTS and we had a meal together. And it was, yes, I know it's 개꿈, it was dog
No,
dream.
it's not 개꿈, PD님. It's not 개꿈. It's
was like-
돼지꿈. It's good dream.
It was crazy.
What?
And so it was like all of them in one side of the table, and then it was us, and then we're talking about how we're going to do the documentary.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, it's BTS.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes. What did we eat?
I don't know. I don't even know.
Yeah, you
what we
can't
did.
focus on the meal if BTS is in front of you, right?
Yeah, and so who was the producer? I don't know. Actually, Pina, you weren't in the dream though.
PD님. That's because you said it's 개꿈.
He wasn't in the dream, and this was like we were told to do this documentary.
Oh my God.
And then we went off and we met them, and we're just like it was like we're like, and I was trying to keep it very nonchalant. Right? I was like, "Hey, what's up?
What about me?
You?
I think I was
You
like,
too? You're just,
oh, really?
Yeah, you were
I
just
was
like,
chill?
yeah.
Hi, BTS.
I think you were just like very focused on
Jungkook.
trying to get this work done.
Oh,
Right?
professional.
And the crazy thing is, I didn't even watch the concert on Saturday, and so I don't even know why they came out.
Oh.
That's good. You know, when they say like a celebrity comes out in your dream,
Yes.
depending on the
대박.
celebrity, it's a good dream, right?
Yes.
There you go.
대박.
That's right.
Yes. Bye, PD님.
Hey, he might send us off somewhere and never come back.
PD님, I'm sorry.
Speaking of which, what is our tidbit today?
Well, there was a BTS concert on Saturday, right?
Yes.
And I think it seems to be a huge success. What did you think?
I heard it was a big success. I mean, again, I didn't
right.
get to watch it. I had something on Saturday, so I didn't get to watch it.
Yes.
but
Well, and you haven't listened to the new album yet, have you?
I have not listened to the new album, but I've heard this. Not the whole album. Like when I say I didn't listen to the album, I'm like not sit there and listen to the album.
Right, there are 14 songs,
But it was being
right?
played everywhere.
Yes, yes. So you heard the title song
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll keep this part short, but the album was already a huge success even before the concert. It topped global streaming charts right after release and basically dominated Spotify and Apple Music.
So I hear. So the comeback was
Yes.
already big before even the concert.
Exactly. But what made this concert really interesting was everything happening outside the stage, especially the fans.
So I know there was a lot of concerns before the event, and like the
yes.
security I heard was really, really tight.
Yes, exactly. And because it was held right in Gwanghwamun, people were worried about safety and how it might affect everyday life in the area. But in the end, not a single major accident was reported.
So it just shows when there's proper crowd control put in place, nothing happens.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that was not the case in other
Right.
incidents.
Right,
But that's
right.
pretty impressive,
It
though.
really is. And what stood out was how organized everything felt. You know, not just from the authorities, but also from the fans themselves.
Oh, the fans. Okay.
Well, there was something called the Army Volunteer Group. So fans wore purple sashes and stayed after the concert to clean up the area.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
we have
got
photos.
pictures. BTS Heart Army.
Yes, armies. They voluntarily did this, like cleaning up the
Wow.
area, making sure nothing's being left.
Wow. You see this sometimes after like the World Cup cheering and stuff like that?
Yes.
But it's the fans, they got to, wow, they got the sashes.
Yes, everything's purple.
Okay. Oh, wow. Actually, the city is purple. Like the whole
Yes,
city is purple
yes,
right now.
yes.
Okay, so it's very BTS-y. Okay.
Right. And this wasn't spontaneous. Volunteers were recruited in advance through social media, and they were organized by different zones. So it almost looked like a system.
Okay, so that's that's like next level.
Yes, yes. And at the same time, there were all kinds of unexpected situations happening around the city. For example, I mean, there must have been weddings around Gwanghwamun on that day, right?
I heard about this.
Yes.
You know what? I heard about this and I kind of felt bad, but
For the marrying couples?
Yeah.
Right. Well, because of traffic control, some guests weren't able to get there easily. So in some cases, police buses were arranged to transport them. Guests had to show their invitations, board the bus, and even go through security checks before entering the wedding venue. Because it's still in the
wow.
Gwanghwamun area, you have to
Okay.
make sure they don't have any like guns or knives. Or...
I mean, it's hard to get guns here in Korea, but still,
Yes,
right?
yes.
I did hear about this certain wedding, and they were afraid that people weren't going to be able to come, and they were going to find legal solutions, which
against...
the group, which is, I mean, that's not how things work, but they made it work. They made it work, and I'm sure this is definitely unforgettable.
It really is. And nearby businesses had very different experiences too. Some places saw huge crowds while others struggled because people couldn't access them easily.
Yeah, I heard about certain issues and how they had to go. Like, security was so tight
I
that even
know.
people, when they came out, they had to go back and do another check.
Yes. Almost
but
locked down. I
It
would
was
say.
locked down.
Yes,
Yeah.
really.
And so I was as far as possible.
I was in Yangyang actually. I wasn't even in Seoul.
Wow, that was far.
Yes, I went to
mean-
Gangwon-do province, guys.
I mean, I
with
was
my
in
friends.
Anyang, but it's
Yangyang.
far away.
Yes,
but what about
very
the fans coming from overseas?
That's actually one of the most interesting parts. So fans, of course, came from all over the world, and even after the concert, they didn't just leave; they stayed and explored Korea.
The funniest interview I saw was this fan from, I think, from Myanmar, I think it was, one of the Southeast Asian countries. And she came dressed in a Doosan Bears uniform. And they were like,
Ooh,
oh, really? LG? Oh,
LG,
really?
yes.
Oh, is it because of the
Twins.
LG Twins players that you guys did so well and went so
course.
far in the WBC?
Of course.
And got called game against Dominican Republic. But
That's not our fault.
it was so funny how, like, they were like, I think they were trying to be as Korea as possible.
Finding any like Korean items.
Yeah, and they
that you
wore a
can
Doosan
get.
Bears jersey, and I thought it was so funny that she came and they were like, "Are you going to? There's no game right now." They're like,
Right.
"No, I'm here visiting Korea."
For BTS.
And I
for the
like
concert.
baseball, and so I wanted to wear a Korean baseball jersey. It was pretty
So
funny.
she or he's not a
No, she's
Doosan
a-
Bears fan.
I don't know if she. Well, maybe she is. I don't know. She's definitely an army. She was there
Okay.
for the concert.
Okay.
But it was like tourism after the concert, during the concert, before
Yes.
the concert.
Exactly. Many fans visited places like, of course, Hongdae and Seongsu, which are known as trendy neighborhoods in Seoul, and spent time shopping, eating, and just experiencing the local culture. And some also traveled outside Seoul.
They should have traveled outside of Seoul, like
Yes.
Anyang. I heard something cool is happening over there over the weekend too.
Hmm.
Anyways, we'll continue to talk about all the great things that are happening over on the weekend with this BTS comeback concert that everybody's been talking about. But first, this is Icon with Long Time No See. You're back in the studio talking about the BTS concert and how much probably money is generated for the local economy as well. But again, tell us more about where fans went after the concert.
All right. Well, for example, one fan from Mexico said she came to Korea for 8 nights just for the concert. And after exploring areas like Myeongdong and buying BTS goods, clothing, and cosmetics, she was planning to travel to Busan as well. So for many fans, the concert became the starting point of a much bigger trip.
Of course she went to Busan because there's like a BTS site you have to go to, like all the armies go to.
Of course.
My sister-in-law is like an army. She's a big BTS fan, and I remember when she visited, she was like, "I gotta go to Busan." I was like, "Why you gotta go to Busan?" She's like, "I gotta go to where it's like a cafe that so and so went, or like there's like a road, like a BTS road." And
yes.
I was like, "Okay." And I was telling my brother, I was like, "You gonna go to all these places?" But he's like, "Yeah, why not?" I was like, "Okay, okay."
She's happy.
She's happy
Make
as
the
long as
wife
she's happy, right?
yes.
So it's not just a concert; it's a whole experience we're looking at.
Exactly. And you could really feel that scale. Even globally, fans who couldn't come to Korea gathered in cities like Los Angeles, Tokyo, and Paris for group screenings.
Yes, we're talking about group screenings, right? Which is why our wine group had a hard time finding party rooms
Yes.
to rent out because they were all renting it. And I'm sure heard they were doing this worldwide. Let's talk about this.
All right. Well, some rented theaters.
Oh, what?
Others organized just viewing parties. And online, fans were sharing reactions and translating content in real time. So it felt like one connected audience all around the world.
So you mentioned global screenings earlier. Was there anything that really stood out, though?
Yes. One example that got a lot of attention was in Paris. So at a large bookstore/music shop called Fnac, about 100 fans gathered to watch the live broadcast together. And what's interesting is that they were already singing along to the title track Swim, even though it had only been released the day before.
I don't know how Korean fans do that. There was an artist, there was an American artist that came to Korea. I forgot who it was. And he had just released the song like a day before or something. And so he came to the Korea concert.
Everybody knows the song.
And then
already,
they all
right?
sang along. And he was like,
Yes.
I released this song yesterday. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's fast, right? I mean,
very
they
fast.
catch on real quick.
Very fast. And even before the concert, the excitement was already building. So on the day the album was released, hundreds of fans lined up outside the store as early as 7 a.m., even though sales didn't start until 10. And some of them stayed overnight just to get limited edition items, which really shows how dedicated the fandom is.
So it ended up being like a full-on festival, basically.
It really was. In France, around 20 cafes even created BTS-themed menus like purple drinks and desserts inspired
That purple
by
drink?
the 7 members. Would you want to try it? A
No.
purple drink?
No?
Oh, no?
I've heard terrible things about purple
Oh,
drinks.
really?
No. Purple drink is something else.
Oh, purple drink? Purple drink?
Was it Lil Wayne, guys? Who said purple drink? I think it was Lil Wayne. But anyways.
Okay, and in Korea, something similar happened in a different way. Newspapers released special BTS editions,
Oh,
and
geez.
fans treated them almost like collectible merchandise, lining up to get copies of newspapers.
It's like when baseball fans, when their team wins the Korea series, they always get the newspaper
Yes.
to get the front
Of
page,
course.
and they put it in the frame. And so BTS fans are going to be doing this. This is kind of amazing.
It really is. And another thing that got a lot of attention was the stage outfits.
Yes, let's
You
talk.
heard?
Yes, I heard. I mean, I saw just the opening.
Oh,
Were they all
you
in
did
black?
see the opening.
No, I just saw the teaser.
Uh-huh.
They were in all black.
Yes.
They were
yes.
trying to be like me.
Uh.
Okay. Was that the outfit that people are talking about? What was it?
Well, this time the core concept of the outfits was heroes. And the designer explained that they wanted to reinterpret BTS members as heroic figures who could lead Korean culture toward a brighter future.
I mean, I would have thought they would have done like a more traditional outfit. Look at check it out.
Right, it's very modern. It's you have to look close to see the Korean, elements.
Is it
like
velvet?
traditional
What is it? Is
elements.
that velvet?
No, I don't think that's velvet.
Okay. Now this
Like, I
is
think it's
this is the
mixed.
shot that I saw.
Oh, okay. Like
This is the
velvet
shot that I saw.
and leather, I guess.
All right. All right. Black is always in. Black is always
Yes,
in. But this is a
true.
strong concept.
It
though.
is. And what's interesting is that each member was given a specific character based on individual interviews.
Okay.
So RM was portrayed as the hero, Jin as an artist, Jimin as a poet, Suga as an architect, Jungkook as a pioneer, J-Hope as a traditional performer or 소리꾼 in Korean, and V as a noble young man or 도령.
Oh.
Yeah, that suits him well.
SJ
right?
as Nobi.
Oh, yes.
Nobi's basically like a slave.
Yes.
So each member had a role.
Exactly. And the outfits reflected those identities. They combined modern stage styling with subtle elements inspired by traditional Korean clothing, like layered silhouettes and structured lines. So it didn't feel like a direct reference to tradition, but more like a reinterpretation.
Okay, and it makes it for a more interesting visual too.
Exactly. And it also sparked a lot of conversation globally because people were curious about the cultural meaning behind the designs.
Okay, so were there any touching fan stories also?
Yes, there was a fan in her 60s from Colombia who traveled to Korea just for this concert. And she visited a place called 유정식당, which BTS used to go to during their trainee days.
Okay, and what happened there?
Well, the Korean owner, who was in her 70s, came out to greet her and gave her BTS goods.
What?
And they shared a hug and even cried cried together. The video went viral because it showed how deep that connection can be, even across different cultures and generations.
We have a video on this?
Yes, this went really
식당에
viral.
방문한 60대 콜롬비아 아미라는데요.
Oh, they're crying.
How you gonna say don't cry, but you're gonna cry too?
한국에 왔다. 미전 식당에
와우.
방문했는데 감동이셨는지 밖에서 울고 계시던 그때
Yeah. And like people around them, they were interpreting for themselves, for them.
Oh,
Like
I
because
see,
they
I
can't
see.
understand each other, they speak different languages.
Oh, yeah, they got, that's the goods that she got.
Yes, yes. And then, other fans around them were translating.
Man, it's so wild how the
heart.
age difference, I mean, the age range.
달라도 진심은
Oh, yes,
참
yes.
따뜻하고
Of the
아름다운
fans.
모습이에요.
Really,
미전 식당에
really.
방문한 60대
Oh my
Even the older
goodness.
generation, they're into
Okay.
BTS.
Powerful stuff.
Right, right. And after the concert, many fans gathered in nearby restaurants and cafes, sharing stories and connecting with people they had just met.
Okay, sounds like they found something more than just a concert then.
Exactly. It became a shared experience, really. And even at Incheon International Airport, there were special messages displayed for fans as they were leaving, almost like a final goodbye from Korea.
Oh, we got a picture on this too?
Yes, yes.
보라해요. We purple you.
Army.
The best
Yes,
moment is yet to come.
Uh-huh.
대한민국에서 또 만나요.
Yes.
This is big because Incheon Airport and Korea, the Ministry of Sports, Culture, and Tourism, along with the Visit Korea Committee, they've been working real hard to get people to come back to Korea.
Right,
And using
right.
K-pop as the basis, I think that's a big thing.
Yes, I think it drew inspiration from I Saw You, right?
Yeah, which, I mean, I wasn't a very
We
big fan of
Purple You, yes. I think it was controversial.
Yeah, it
when
wasn't
it first came out,
yeah.
right?
But I liked the fact that they, Yet to Come is one of their, I think,
Yes,
song, right?
it is,
They
it
based
is.
it on that.
Yes.
All right, let's round things out with our final takeaway today.
All right. Well, at this point, I would say BTS almost feels like a synonym for positive influence, right? They're not just artists topping charts. They bring comfort and introduce Korean culture to the world. And I would say the takeaway is simple. We don't have to be BTS to make an impact. If we can do our best where we are and make someone's day just a little better, that might already be enough.
Guys, BTS could also stand for Back to South Korea. Come back.
Yes.
back.
Come back to Korea, to South Korea.
If this isn't giving me honorary ambassador or citizenship, I don't know what will. I don't know what will. Buyong, thank you so much for this.
lost
By
words.
the way, I have to read this. I find this
What?
really, really funny.
What is it? What is it?
Halsey, your fan.
Yes. Hi, Halsey.
Halsey was saying something on the lines of BTS is lucky that.
Lucky to meet me.
Oh, it must have been
In
an
your
honor
dream?
for BTS having a meal with Buyong.
Oh my god. Thank you, Halsey.
Oh, that's standing on the next level.
True.
Buyong, thank you so much for this. Have a fantastic rest of your night. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
And sending her out of the studio, this is BTS with Swim.
Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
And it's time for our coffee break. Today's tidbit, and joining us in the studio is Puyong. Puyong, hello to you.
Hello. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Boop, boop.
Forgot to mention it because we were talking about my dream yesterday, but
yes.
Puyong scored a goal over the weekend.
Yes. Boop boop.
Are you a striker or are you a wing?
I'm a winger.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
But she scored a goal, and she got a fancy number, number 9.
Yes.
The original goal-scoring number.
Yes.
The original Ronaldo.
Uh-huh.
Brazilian. No. Sue is that's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's number 7.
Yeah. Oh, the different Ronaldo.
Yes, the original Ronaldo.
I don't think
Brazilian Ronaldo. You don't know the original Ronaldo, and you're wearing number 9?
Yeah.
I thought you wore number 9
I
because
only
of.
know Zoo.
It's not even Sue. It's Sue.
Zoo.
Sue. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, you're so young that you don't know the original Ronaldo. Number 9. He was number 9. He had
should
the
look him up.
ugliest haircuts.
But he was good.
He was no, he's really good.
Yeah,
He's a
okay,
legendary
that's what
player.
matters.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
What's
you.
our tidbit
Thank
today?
you. Well, did you know that yesterday was actually National Puppy Day?
No, I didn't know, but our producer was mentioning a lot of dogs yesterday.
Oh, he
Kept on
did?
saying it was a dog dream. You know, the BTS dream was a dog dream. Kekum,
Right,
you know.
right. Are you a dog person?
I am a dog person.
Ooh, you are?
I love dogs.
Oh, like dogs that look very dumb.
Yes, I like dumb-looking dogs, ugly-looking dogs, or like big dogs.
Oh,
I don't like.
huskies?
I like huskies. I like Labradors, Great Pyrenees. I used to have a Great Pyrenees. What is it? Labradors. Yeah, I like those big dogs, and also like ugly dogs like pugs, bulldogs,
Bulldogs.
French bulldogs.
Wow.
You know, and
What else?
that's like there's others that look, and then like the 시골의
Yes, or
잡주종,
Jabujong.
mutts, the countryside mutts.
Yes, what?
Because when they're puppies, they look dumb.
They're the dumbest.
I love. Are
And
you a
the
dog
cutest.
person?
I love dogs.
Really?
I try to make eye contact with every single dog I meet on the street.
Okay.
But I sometimes fail and then I get super sad.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Not all dogs are, friendly and stuff like that.
Right. Anyways, even if you're not a dog person, I think this topic is still interesting because it actually says a lot about how Korean society has been changing. So, National Puppy Day is celebrated on March 23rd, and it started back in 2006. So
Oh.
this year marks the 20th.
Okay, so it hasn't really been that long technically. I mean, actually, 20 years is a long time. But
it
still,
is.
if you could think about national days,
Right,
it's
right,
not long.
right. And it's not just about celebrating dogs. It's also about encouraging adoption and raising awareness about issues like puppy mills and responsible pet ownership.
So Korea has changed a lot. Now less and less people are buying dogs. It's good to adopt.
Right.
There's many, we talked about this before. I used to sometimes volunteer at adoption
Oh,
centers.
yes.
It's really nice, but it's also a lot of work.
It is.
Okay, so this day is not just about posting cute or dumb-looking dog photos online.
Exactly. It's more about responsibility. And in Korea, this topic has become even more relevant this month because the rules around pets in public spaces have changed quite a bit.
Okay, what had changed exactly?
Well, starting on March 1st, pets are now legally allowed to enter certain restaurants and cafes in Korea, which used to be prohibited in principle. Did you know that?
Yes.
In principle, it
Yes.
was actually prohibited.
In especially restaurants where food
Yes.
is involved.
Right,
I mean,
right.
sanitation and all that stuff.
Yes.
It's very important. But this sounds like a big shift.
It is, but it doesn't mean every place is suddenly pet friendly. Only dogs and cats are included, and there are quite a few conditions.
That is messed up because I like raccoons too.
Raccoons are super cute too.
Raccoons are
But
cute.
I've never seen raccoons.
You never seen raccoon?
Uh-uh.
There's raccoon cafes.
Oh, like in Hongdae and everywhere?
I don't know about Hongdae, but I don't think I've been to a raccoon cafe, but I've seen it at the zoos.
Oh, at the zoo.
They are cute. And there's also a lot of them in the streets in
And
New
they're
York.
fluffy. Oh, what?
New York State, yeah. If you go to New York State, there's a lot of raccoons and skunks.
Oh my, skunks?
Yes, they're terrible. But you talked about few conditions.
Yes.
Let's talk about these conditions.
Okay, well, pets need vaccination records.
Important.
They can't move around freely inside. Tables have to be spaced out, and businesses have to prepare things like separate seatings, cages, leash fixtures, or even a dedicated area.
But I'll be honest with you, because I'm allergic to cats, I'll be really upset if the restaurant was cat friendly. Because then I would it's not SJ friendly anymore then.
Right. You won't be able to eat there, right?
But also all of these stuff that you're putting in, it's not really that simple neither.
Not at all. And that's actually where things get interesting. So the government introduced this after trial projects showed improvements in hygiene and safety. So
But
it is
again,
proved,
yeah,
yes.
but again, I'm guessing not everyone's happy about this.
Right. A lot of small business owners say the requirements are complicated and too expensive. So some are even choosing to declare no pet zones instead. And this really shows that Korea is in a transition phase and people clearly want more pet-friendly spaces.
You either make it like all pet owners or none at all. Because again, if you're gonna have cats in there and I happen to be eating and next thing you know my eyes are all blown up, I can't be enjoying, I can't even look at my food. It's not good. But I guess the system isn't fully ready yet.
Exactly. The law has changed, but the culture is still catching up, I would say.
So I know there's a growing number of people who are pet owners, but how many
Yes.
are there in Korea now?
Well, quite a lot, about 15 to 16 million people, so roughly 30% of the population population live with pets. That's quite a lot, right?
That's actually a lot.
Yes, bigger than we expected. And in terms of households, that's about 6 million. And dogs are still the most common, with around 4.5 million households raising them.
What about cats?
Meow. Around 1.4 million households, so still a lot, but dogs are definitely the majority.
Yeah, it's actually surprised. Well, I mean, it could be two things, right? Because there are more people who are allergic to cats, I think, than dogs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just like, I think the cat hair, they're saying the cat hair is different.
Oh.
And so the only cat that I could take care of is the Egyptian Sphinx cat. The little
Without
naked,
any fur.
the little naked, the little
Right.
naked looking things.
Right.
And I actually I think those are, you see, I like ugly,
Yes.
ugly. It has to be either ugly or it's got to be dumb looking.
No, for me, it has to be furry.
No.
Fluffy.
I can't do that. So that's the only kind of cats that I could do. But also, I would have thought maybe because there are so many single households and they have to go to work, you'd see more cats because cats
Right.
require less
They're more
taken care
independent.
of. Yeah.
Yes.
But that's a significant amount more dogs than cats. But all of this, pet ownership.
Yes.
I mean, this is real mainstream now.
Completely. And if you look at dog breeds, small dogs like Maltese and poodles are the most common, of course, and this is because a lot of Koreans live in apartments, right? But beyond that, what's really interesting is how emotionally attached people have become to their pets.
No, absolutely, absolutely. It's a changing society that we're looking at right
Yes.
now. Forky says, "I want a fox so bad, a pet fox." I went to England a couple years back, and I was outside in the morning, earlier in the morning, because I couldn't sleep, you know. And I thought they were coyotes, but they're just like wild fox roaming around. I didn't know what to do.
Wow. So what did you do?
I just stood still. just
Waited them to go away?
like, are they gonna attack me?
Wow.
They're like cats. You know how like there's stray cats in Korea?
Yes.
There's stray foxes.
Foxes, are they orange?
Yes, they are.
Oh, they are.
Yeah. Are they orange? Yes, they are.
Oh, the
Not
one
like
you saw?
bright orange. Maybe it's because they're dirty, but I don't know.
Oh, like Nick from Zootopia.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, like
Ooh.
Zootopia, because everything is like Zootopia.
Ah, yes.
We'll continue to talk about pet ownership here in Korea, as yesterday was National Puppy Day. But first, our producer was saying good things about this song. Can't wait to listen to this. This is Mamamoo with Waggy 제가 개야. No kid zones at the restaurants in Korea. It looks like pets can have more access than kids. If they welcome pets, they have to do the same thing with kids. Except, you can't really tie your kids.
Right. You don't have control over them.
I
It's
kind of
really
want to
hard.
sometimes.
Right. But you really can't.
Can't, but it's also the parents that it's the terrible parents that ruin it and make these no kid zones. We're talking about the emotional attachment towards pets. Let's talk more about this.
Okay, one of the most visible examples is dog strollers or 개모차.
So when I first saw this in Korea, I thought this was the craziest thing. Where I was like, that is lazy, right?
Right?
But some dogs they're old,
Yes.
and you want to take them for strolls. We have a picture of this.
Right.
They look like literally baby strollers.
They're called dog strollers, 개모차.
And you see this a lot outside. You see
Everywhere.
them in like department stores. Because like Starfield is pet friendly.
Yes.
Right? So you could have dogs.
But the floor is very slippery for them.
Yeah.
For dogs. So,
So they have strollers and
Yes,
stuff.
yes.
And in a society where we're looking to have more kids, instead people are investing money on dog strollers.
Yes.
But I kind of get it and I don't.
Right. A lot of people felt that way at first, but as you said, there are practical reasons too, like helping older dogs or small dogs that get tired very easily.
And in that case, it does make sense, right?
Yes, right. But what made this trend really stand out is that it got picked up by the Wall Street Journal. They actually reported that dog strollers in Korea were outselling baby strollers.
That's a problem.
And they connected it to Korea's low birth rate and the growth of pet ownership.
I mean, it's pretty telling, right? With the
Yes.
society in Korea right now.
Yes, it is. They even mentioned premium strollers costing over $1,000 and pointed out how common it is now to see dogs in strollers in places like department stores and restaurants.
And again, it does paint a very clear picture.
Exactly, and that's why the story got attention. And it's not just about something cute or unusual, it's really about how people are living differently nowadays. For many people, pets are becoming central companions, and that's changing how they spend their time and money. And there's even a term called pet humanization.
So it's like treating pets like humans?
Exactly. And the hotel industry comes in here. So hotels are no longer just allowing pets, they're designing experiences around them. Things like pet-friendly holiday meals, cooking classes for pets, pet gyms, in-room treadmills, dry rooms, and even spa-style.
Yo, they got like they got
Everything.
like pet omakases.
I know.
They got dog beers.
I know.
They got dog wines.
I know.
They got stuff better than what I got
Yes,
sometimes.
개팔자가 상팔자다.
Yes.
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 Like dogs have it good, really.
Man, this is a lot. Seriously.
It is. But it really shows how pets are now seen as part of the family, not just animals you take care of.
So that also explains why people talk to their dogs like children, right?
Yes.
우리 애기.
그랬어요.
우리 애기.
Right. Exactly.
Gosh.
Well, there was actually a survey connected to National Puppy Day. So people were asked what they would want to ask their dog if they could talk for 10 minutes. Can you guess the most common answer?
What they would ask?
If their dog could, like, speak.
Are you hungry?
No.
Can you poop on the toilet?
No.
What's your name?
No.
Do you like me? What were they?
Are you happy?
Oh. Oh, that's funny because a lot of dogs are named Happy.
Yes, happy.
Are you happy? Yes, I'm happy. That's my name. Happy.
True. So are you happy at 31.3%? And after that, people ask things like, are you hurt anywhere? Or what do you want from people? So it's not just curiosity, it's genuine concern.
Our producer was saying that he passed by, he saw a dog Haniwon,
Yes.
which is what is it? Korean traditional medicine place where you could get the acupuncture. Oh, on TV you saw it.
Ah.
And I bet you they pay good money for that.
Yes, it must be expensive.
Right?
Yes.
But again, the whole
Are
going
you
back
happy?
to, are you happy and stuff? I guess it's kind of touching.
It is. But at the same time, the survey also showed that people think there's still work to do. Many said we need a more responsible pet culture, especially when it comes to public etiquette. So the affection is there, but the culture is still developing.
All right. Were there any actual events for National Puppy Day this year, though?
Yes, quite a few. So Namyangju held a ceremony for a new dog playground project. And in Chuncheon, a place called 강아지 숲, translated to Puppy Forest, hosted Dog Festa 2026. Dogs got free admission and there were programs promoting responsible pet culture. And in Seoul, there was also the K-Pet Fair at the Seoul Trade Exhibition and Convention Center, where people lined up early in the morning with their dogs.
Oh my goodness, must have been crowded.
Definitely. People were checking out pet food, products, services, and even agility events. And even the convenience store chain CU launched a custom beer product for National Puppy Day.
There you go. I told you, there's beers.
But it's not beer for your dog.
Oh, it's not.
It's basically customizing your beer can. So you can upload your dog's photo, choose a design, and have it printed on a beer can label. It comes as a 12-can set, costs around $28 to $30, and is limited to 200 sets. You're disappointed.
Oh, no. I'm just trying to
Do
think.
you want to try the dog beer?
No.
I would want to.
Why would you? Have you tried dog food?
No, I
I
haven't.
don't want to try dog.
I don't want to try that one, but beer.
I wouldn't even want to try dog
Really?
wine. I just
dog wine.
just.
It could be sweet. Oh, no, it's not going to be sweet, is
They
it?
can't have chocolate. They
Okay.
can have sweet stuff.
Sweet
they
stuff?
they have ice cream. Have chocolate. They
Okay.
can have sweet stuff.
Sweet
they
stuff?
they have ice cream,
Oh.
right? They can't have chocolate.
Uh-huh.
And onions and certain things.
There's
but
also like 몽푸치노.
yes.
cappuccino
Well, I mean
that
that's
comes
just what is it? The cream.
Yes.
The whipped cream.
Yes.
That,
Like 몽푸치노.
yes.
cappuccino
Well, I mean
that
that's
comes
just what is it? The cream.
Yes.
The whipped cream.
Yes, yes.
They have monkpuccino, right? They have it here too.
Right.
So even beers become dog related.
Exactly. And I think that says a lot about where pet culture in Korea is right now. So dogs are no longer just part of the household. They're really part of everything. Shopping, travel, even how people express themselves now.
All right, there you have it. As we marked yesterday, National Puppy Day, what is our final takeaway?
Well, even if you don't have a dog, I think this still feels relatable because at the end of the day, it's really about how we care for someone who depends on us, right?
Yep.
It's a small question, but it carries a lot more than it sounds. And maybe that's why the question people chose feels so universal. Are you happy?
And chances are that dog could be named Happy because it is a very popular name here in Korea. Happy야.
Right. Can you guess my favorite puppy? Like favorite dog?
You would like a bichon. No? A Yorkshire
like
Terrier?
No, go for something bigger.
But then you are a golden retriever though.
Yes.
She's like a human golden retriever,
yes.
so
사모예드.
that's and a Samoyed.
Yes.
I had a Great Pyrenees, which is like a Samoyed but bigger and looks dumber. But it was a handful. It was a handful. He's got a better home now.
Samoyed.
Anyways, Pooyoung, thank you so much for this. Have a fantastic rest of your night. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
And sending her out of the studio, this is Cold featuring Crush with Your Dog Loves You.
The Culture Inc. We're not listed on the stock exchange, but the value of K-Culture to the moon.
Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
All right, it's time for our coffee break. Today's tip-in, and joining us in the studio is Pooyoung. Pooyoung, hello to you.
Hello. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. This week has gone by pretty quick too.
True.
day.
Yes.
We were just talking about how what is it? March is almost over.
Yes, I know.
April's almost here.
I know.
And today was hot.
It is. It is.
You know, we're
It's
just
like 20 degrees.
It was.
right?
It hit 20
Celsius?
degrees. Yeah, it did hit 20 degrees. So,
Spring is here.
but the temperature gaps are still around. Be careful if you're in Korea. It's the things that get you sick.
Right. Are you do you like spring? What's your favorite season?
My favorite season
Fall?
is fall. I love fall. It's that perfect, right in the middle temperature.
Right.
Spring. I'm not a big fan of because I get hay fever sometimes. So I don't like spring. Summer's been too hot. I used to love summer, but now it's just got too hot.
Oh, right.
Winter, I'm not a kid anymore, so
And you hate snow because you
I
drive
hate
now,
snow.
right?
I hate snow.
Oh, snow's pretty. But as
I
I said, some
hate
people
snow.
say it's just pretty garbage.
That's right, it is pretty garbage. What is today's? But then, however, your tidbits are not pretty garbage.
It's
It's
pretty.
It's pretty helpful.
Yes,
it's
yes.
pretty informative.
Right.
What's our tidbit today?
Well, the 2026 Milan Paralympics wrapped up just about a week ago, and I feel like it didn't get as much attention as the Olympics.
It never does, unfortunately.
But once you actually look into the results, there are some really meaningful stories to talk about.
All right. Again, it's really unfortunate. And I think also there wasn't a lot of televised. It wasn't televised here in Korea, I believe. There was some controversy with that, actually.
Right.
But again, people just don't really follow it closely.
Exactly. But this year especially, Korea had one of its strongest performances ever, so it's definitely worth taking a closer look.
That's right. There was one
Yes.
Paralympian who set a record. It was very, very impressive. But nevertheless, when did this take place?
Well, it was held from March 6th to the 15th in Milan and Cortina d'Ampezzo in Italy, and it was spread across multiple venues, which is pretty typical for Winter Paralympics.
And how did Korea do overall?
Well, Korea finished with a total of 7 medals.
That's right.
2 gold, 4 silvers, and 1 bronze, which is actually their best result ever at the Winter Paralympics.
Guys, Korea is usually pretty good with the
Winter
Olympics,
Games,
but
right.
Paralympics, they're not really up there. However, you'll find out later on the big chunk of that medal actually came from one
person.
Paralympian. But
Yes.
this is impressive.
It really is, especially when you consider that their original goal was just 1 gold and 1 bronze. So they didn't just meet expectations, they went far beyond them.
That's right. I think one of the things that Koreans like to do is they just go really under small numbers.
Right.
And then
so
they
we
get-
exceed them.
They exceed the
And
expectations.
then the hype goes up.
That's
yeah,
right.
we're Koreans.
That's right. So which sport led the performance?
Well, the biggest contribution came from para-Nordic skiing and more specifically from one athlete, Kim Yoon-ji, who basically carried the momentum of the entire team.
Now, I do the news in the mornings, and
Yes,
I've written
yes.
many articles about her. It was very, very impressive what she's been able to do.
Right.
But even considering the fact that people don't really follow Paralympics, her name was just everywhere.
Exactly, and for good reason, right? She won 5 medals in total, 2 gold and 3 silver, which makes her the most decorated Korean athlete in a single Paralympic Games.
That's right. I think they were also saying that for any Winter Games too, to win 5 medals.
Yes, in
any
one game.
Yeah, yeah. You don't really see that neither.
That's
you see like
true.
3 medals, 4 medals at
Right,
most,
right.
but 5. We have a
Yes.
picture of Kim Yoon-ji, by the way.
Yes.
She does the sitting biathlons.
Yes. Do you
And-
know her nickname?
No,
I think it's Smiley.
really?
Yeah, because she smiles a lot.
I wish I could see her smile. Oh, there it is.
Yes, she always smiles.
I mean, of course, you got the gold medal with the
Of
You're Gonna
course.
Smile here, but 5
Yes.
medals
I
in a
know.
single game.
I
This
know.
is incredible.
It really is. And what makes it even more meaningful is that she kept building that record throughout the games, starting with a gold medal in biathlon, which was actually Korea's first ever gold in women's Winter Paralympics.
That's right. So, I mean, even from the get-go, she was making history.
Exactly. And then on the final day, she added another gold in cross-country skiing, becoming Korea's first double gold medalist in Winter Paralympics history.
I believe she got the MVP title, right?
Yes. So she was officially selected as the MVP of the Korean team, and honestly feels very well deserved, right? Considering both her results and the impact she had on the overall atmosphere of the team.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Were there other standout performances?
Yes, and this is where it gets interesting because it wasn't just one athlete. So in wheelchair curling, the mixed doubles team of Baek Hye-jin and Lee Yong-seok won silver, bringing Korea its first Paralympic curling medal in 16 years.
Wow, that's a long
Yeah,
gap.
It is, which makes the result even more meaningful, right? And in para snowboarding, Lee Jae-hyuk won bronze,
Oh, I
which
remember
was
that.
actually Korea's first ever Paralympic medal in that sport.
That's right. So, I mean, considering that this was the most, I guess, successful Winter Paralympic Games for Team Korea, you're looking at a lot of firsts here.
Exactly. And when you put all of that together, it really explains why this is being called a historic performance rather than just a successful one, really.
So, what happened when the team came back?
Well, the team returned on March 17th, and there was an official welcome event at the airport, which already showed how much attention this performance was getting.
No, it was actually, you know what the interesting thing is? Because this past Winter Games, right, the regular Winter Games, Korea didn't fare as well as they
Yes.
wished they could have done so.
Right.
And so the mood was a little bit down. But seeing, again, Kim Yoon-ji winning 5 medals
that's
and Korea in
crazy.
Paralympics, and I don't know if anyone's watched. I actually enjoy watching it. The controversy this year was that they didn't televise it in Korea because they
Yes.
didn't buy the rights.
Right.
And so that was the big controversy. But I actually enjoy watching Paralympics. Do you, like, this is weird, but I prefer Winter Olympics over Summer
summer?
Olympics. But I prefer Summer Paralympics
Oh, over
Winter Paralympics.
Oh, why?
Because a lot of the sports that I watch, like I'm actually like legitly interested in it. I don't know if you've ever watched Paralympics volleyball.
No, I haven't.
It's so fun.
Oh.
It is so fun.
Wow.
And so and so they can't stand, so
wow,
they're basically on their on the side,
Wheelchair?
not even a wheelchair. They're on the floor.
Oh.
Yeah, and obviously the net is lower.
Yes.
And
yes.
it's incredible.
Wow.
It's incredible plays that you see, and then like what is it? Table tennis gets a little bit more entertaining.
Yes,
With some of the
yes.
tricks that they do.
Right.
But I always encourage
Wow.
you should check it out sometimes.
Yeah, I should.
It's fun. So they also have what is it? Like soccer kind of a thing. Oh no, yeah, kind of like
Football?
handball.
Handball.
But they're blind. So it requires a lot of like hearing and stuff like that, and so
I don't know how they do that.
it's remarkable.
It really is. It really is.
So we'll continue to talk about the efforts put in by these Paralympians and their success and so forth. But first, we're going to take a short song break here if we're ready. This is ITZY with Gold. We're back in the studio with Puyong for a coffee break. Today's tidbit, we're talking about the Paralympics and the success that Team Korea has had.
Yes.
And of course, with the return of the Paralympians and all the athletes that took part in the overall Winter Games in Italy, there was the presidential event.
Yes, on March 20th, the athletes were invited to a luncheon at the Blue House Guest House, hosted by President Lee Jae-myung and the First Lady. And the event was quite warm in tone. So the president personally greeted the athletes, shook hands with them, and even shared a toast during the event.
I wonder if I'm ever going to be invited to
the Blue House?
The Blue House.
Oh,
What do I have to do?
You will.
What do I have to do?
You have to run naked.
Yeah. You know what? You know who will shake my hand? Whoever the police chief of Anyang, police station is.
Yes.
He'll shake my hand and go, "That's brave, sir, but I'm gonna arrest you."
Exactly.
That's gonna be followed by a deportation notice saying you gotta go back to America.
Right, you're American.
I could get deported.
Right.
But luckily, this is not the case. What did the president say to the athletes?
Well, he told the athletes that their performances gave both Koreans and people around the world a sense of pride and emphasized that the government would continue to support parasports so that more people with disabilities can build confidence and live healthy lives through sports.
I think it's incredible because not only that, they're inspiring others with disability to strive for things they didn't think they would be able to do.
Yes.
And so they're a big inspiration.
I know, they really are.
I love this.
Yes, and Kim Yoon-ji also gave a short speech saying she felt honored to represent Korea and hoped her story could encourage others to try sports without any fear. And moments like this, like that really shows that Paralympics is not just about competition.
It is not.
But about influence and representation.
And now you're going to tell us about how Korea has a deeper connection to the Paralympics?
Yes, and this part is something a lot of people don't know. And I actually didn't know this until PD님 told me.
Okay.
So Korea actually played a key role in shaping how the Paralympics are held today. And this goes back to 1988. Do you know what I'm going to talk about?
The Seoul Olympics.
Yes. That's when the Seoul Olympics were held, right? And in fact, the 1988 Seoul Olympics and Paralympics were the first time both events were held in the same city using the same venues right after each other.
No, I remember talking about this. Oh my goodness, I forgot where I talked about this, but it is true. It is true. It wasn't the standard before.
It wasn't, but after Seoul, this became the global model, and eventually the IOC and IPC officially agreed to always host the two events together.
Yep.
So this was a huge structural change, and it's one of Korea's biggest contributions to global sports culture.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's also an award. There was an award called the 황현대 성취상 or 황현대 Achievement Award, which has a really meaningful origin.
Now, this sounds like a name.
It is. It started when Dr. Hwang Hyun-dae, who was the first Korean woman with a disability to become a doctor, donated about 2 million won, which is more than $1,300, during the 1988 Paralympics and asked for it to be used in a meaningful way.
Now, mind you, okay, 2 million won.
Back then,
my dad was making, I think he was making something on the lines of, he was working at a factory, in a shoe factory. I think he was making like 300,000 won.
Yes.
So 2 million won at the time it's pretty good money there.
Really
and
is.
this became an award.
Exactly. And what makes it unique is that it's not based on medals or rankings. It's actually given to the athlete who best demonstrates the spirit of challenge. But it turns out this award was replaced with the I'm Possible Award starting from the 2020 Tokyo Paralympics.
I'm Possible Award.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's really cool. But again, we're looking at the Paralympics.
Yes.
Bringing a different kind of perspective to sports and just life in general, I think.
I agree. And another interesting point is how much technology and training methods have evolved in recent years. Athletes now use highly specialized equipment, from customized prosthetics to advanced sleds and skis, which means performance is not just about physical strength, but also about precision and innovation.
So it's becoming more competitive overall.
Definitely. And at the same time, there's more global attention slowly building, even if, it still does not cannot match the Olympics.
I'm telling you, you have to understand that the sport in itself, that what they're doing is hard.
It
Okay,
is.
like an average Joe would not be
I
able to
know.
compete in these competitions, but also to do this with different disabilities.
Right.
And there's a class, like different categories of level
right.
of disability.
Yes.
And so depending on that, you have a whole bunch of things, and it's remarkable what the human being is capable of doing.
Yes. If you have the will,
Yeah.
power.
And I think the Paralympics really shows you exactly that.
Yes.
And I really do encourage any of our listeners. And I think that was like the most unfortunate thing out of all this was that it wasn't televised this year.
I know.
I'm not going to say why, but it was upsetting a lot of people. But it gives you a different look into life.
Yes.
And it really does
Definitely.
inspire a lot of people.
Definitely. It really does. It is a huge inspiration.
What's our final takeaway today?
Well, even if you did not watch the Paralympics this time, I think the stories still stay with you, because in the end, it's not just about winning medals, it's about pushing limits, as you said, right? Rebuilding after setbacks and finding new ways to move forward. And that's why these moments feel so meaningful because they remind us that strength doesn't always look the way we expect.
No, we don't. This is just really an incredible one here. Puyong, thank you so much. And I hope this story has also inspired many people out there. If there's something that you really want to do and you're scared to, and that's always the thing, right? If you want to go for something new, if you're going after your dream, it could be scary.
Right.
I hope this story was an inspiration for all
Yes,
of you
need
guys.
more courage.
That's right. Puyong, thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your night. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
And sending her out of the studio, this is Blackpink with Champion.
Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
All right, it's time for our weekdays coffee break. Today's tidbit, and joining us in the studio is Puyong. Puyong, hello to you.
Hello.
Puyong, question for you. We talked about the 깻잎,
Yes.
깻잎 debate.
Uh-huh.
Which side are you on? Like, is it okay for someone, let's say your boyfriend, split, peel the 깻잎 off of some other girl?
No.
You can't do that. What if I peel the 깻잎 to your boyfriend?
Well, that's okay.
Why? Why?
That's okay.
Why is that okay?
I don't know, because...
And then I give him the look. Hey. then it's okay?
Yes, that's okay.
It's okay. All right.
It's still okay.
So it's just a girl. Okay.
Yes.
I see how it is. All right. 깻잎 머리 세대. When was that? When did everyone have the 깻잎 머리, right? That was
Yeah.
those time when it was very popular.
Is it like the early 2000s?
2000s.
Right?
2000s.
Yes.
That's right. And they had like the pin
Yeah.
on it
Oh,
too.
yeah. Have you tried it?
No.
You should try it sometime.
No, I had the HOT hair. That's what I had.
Huh? What's the HOT hair?
You don't know the HOT hair? The bangs are long.
Oh. Like
and they dyed.
Moonijun?
Yes.
Oh, that one.
It's
I
funny
know.
you say Moonijun because everyone said you could be Moonijun. Because, he was kind of the chubbier one. No one said Kangta. No one said Tony. No one said,
I didn't
Ijeon. No
mean
one
to-
said, no one
I wasn't alluding to that.
It was
but...
always Moonjae. I don't know why it was Moonijun all the time. Anyways, what's our tidbit today?
Well, today we're going to talk about something a little unexpected, so
Okay.
to speak. So we're going to start from the very current war situation and then go all the way back to the Joseon Dynasty.
Okay, that's a big jump.
I know, but it actually connects better than you would expect because today's topic is Korean weapons, both modern and historical.
All right, so let's start from the present, I guess.
All right. Well, let's start with what's happening right now. So recently, as we all know, right, tensions involving Iran and surrounding regions have escalated, and that's where a Korean missile defense system called Cheongung-2 has been getting a lot of attention. And this system has already been exported to the UAE, and it's currently being used as part of their national air defense system.
And we have a picture of how the Cheongung 2
like.
system looks like.
Yes.
It's again, you can move it around, and it's
Can be transported. Right?
transported. It's very effective, and it
Yes.
has been a big export item for Korea. Now, this isn't just a test case; like it's already in operation.
Right, and what's really significant is that during the recent conflict, the system was reportedly used to intercept incoming missiles in real combat conditions.
Exactly, and again, I mean, this is. it's they're saying it's highly effective.
Yes.
Is what it is.
Yes, and according to defense sources, the interception success rate was around 96%,
Wow.
which is extremely high for this kind of system.
Obviously, 100% would be nice, but it's
Yes.
very difficult to have a 100% defense
Right,
system. 96 is a very, very impressive number.
It is, it is. And more importantly, this is the first time a Korean-made missile defense system has proven itself in an actual battlefield situation, not just in controlled testing.
Actually, that's true because I've always heard people countries purchasing it, the Changwon 2.
yes.
However, it's you
It was
try.
never used, right?
Yeah, you purchase it hoping that you never have to use it.
Right.
Right? And that's the best case scenario.
Yes.
And you buy it, but you buy it because you never know what happens. And in the case of the UAE, even though it wasn't directly involved, it's involved because of the regional conflict right
Yes,
now.
exactly.
And that must have changed how people see Korean defense technology.
It really did. And because in this industry, real combat data matters much more than lab results.
Yeah.
And once something proves itself in a real conflict, the level of trust changes completely.
Yeah, and I also saw this being mentioned in global international media too.
Yes. Global outlets picked this up quickly. So reports highlighted that Korea is becoming a serious player in missile defense, especially because of its ability to deliver systems quickly and at a relatively lower cost.
No, exactly. And it's been a while. For the longest time, I've always been saying that Korea's big export, the next big export item is going to be the defense industry.
Yes.
Which is why I was saying, like, with my son's stock portfolio is heavily on defense, right? And so he's
Right.
seeing good outcomes from this. But again, vehicles too because of how quickly it was produced.
Right.
So tell us why this is so important.
Okay, because in ongoing conflicts, countries don't have the luxury of waiting years, right? And Korea is known for shorter production timelines, which makes a huge difference.
And of course, cost.
Yes,
Very important.
absolutely. A Patriot interceptor costs around to be about 1/3 of that, which is a huge gap, right?
People love this, so which is why people are seeking out more and more of the Korean defense system, and we are seeing already the increase in demand.
Yes, Korea has signed major defense contracts with countries like the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Iraq. And the total export value for Cheongung-2 alone is estimated at around 13 trillion won, which is around $8.6 billion.
And now this is only because the dollar is very high right now, but that
Yes,
figure should be actually bigger and bigger. This is big.
At this point, this is not just about national defense. It's becoming one of Korea's key export industries.
And just like what I said,
Yes.
but again, this is something that didn't happen overnight because it was building up for years, and
Right.
finally we are at we are right now.
Right. So over the past few decades, Korea has invested heavily in developing its own defense technology, reducing reliance on foreign parts and building a full production system.
So it's more than just one successful product then.
Exactly. It's an entire ecosystem, so to speak, that allows Korea to move quickly and compete globally. And what we're seeing now is kind of the result of all that effort, right? So it's not just about one system performing well, it's about Korea reaching a point where its technology is being tested in real situations and actually delivering results.
That's right. And I know there's some real ethical questions about this, but again, the Cheongung 2 is a defense system. And so you're
Yes.
not attacking a country using a defense system.
Right,
What it
you're
does is you're
intercepting.
intercepting whatever missiles that may be coming your way. And in the case right now, the UAE, of course, heavily impacted by this right now. And
Right.
so the earlier purchases of the Cheongung 2 has helped in quite a bit. And now all the regional the countries around the regions, now they're seeking more and more of this right now.
Yes.
We're going to continue to talk about Korea's weapon. We talked about the modern weapons, but we'll also go back in time here.
Right.
But first, this is NCT Dream with Rocket. Back in the studio for a coffee break. Today's Tip It with Puyong. We're talking about weapons that Korea has made. We went
Yes.
into the modern weapons. Of course, we can't get into all of them. We
Right.
talked about the Cheonggung 2 because it's a timely matter. So let's go back in time this
All
time.
right. Well, this is where things get really interesting because when people think of the Joseon dynasty, they usually imagine scholars and a peaceful society, right? Not really weapons.
Yeah.
But in reality, Joseon had some surprisingly advanced military technology, especially when it came to gunpowder-based weapons.
Well, here's the thing about the Joseon dynasty. I mean, it's hundreds of years.
Yes.
And so throughout the hundreds of years, there were
There were so many
constant
battles.
invasions.
Yes.
Constant invasions from Japan. And so, again, for defensive reasons, for war reasons, I mean, you had to have good weapons here. So what's a good example?
Well, one of the most well-known is called 신기전. So this was an early form of a rocket weapon that used gunpowder to launch arrows over long distances, and some versions could even carry explosive tips.
Gee, we have a picture here. And so you could shoot multiple of these.
Yes, yes.
That is one. Holy cow!
High
1,
tech.
2, 3, 4, 5,
Wait,
6,
you're
7 times by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 105?
Yeah, a lot, right?
105 arrows being
Yes.
shot all at once. And again, back in the days, you had like groups of troops and stuff like that. You want to take them out.
Right.
Wow. Okay, so
Yeah.
technically this was like, you don't have rockets, obviously, because the technology wasn't there. But they were already experimenting what will later be rockets.
Yes, yes. And that's what makes it so fascinating. So the basic concept is actually very similar to modern missile systems, but there was actually something even earlier than 신기전. It was called 주화. Can you guess what that means?
주화?
Like not the coin
fire,
주화.
fire,
Oh, yes,
fire,
yes, yes.
fire. 주,
주.
주,
힌트. 주행 속도를 줄이십시오.
주행, 주행, driving,
Similar.
right? So 주행, 주, direction,
Running.
Running.
Yes. So 주화 literally means running fire.
running fire. That sounds like a Native American name.
Running fire.
I am running
yes.
fire. I am running fire.
True. So this was used from the Goryeo dynasty, actually.
Wow.
And while we don't have detailed blueprints of it, historians believe it was also a kind of early rocket weapon powered by gunpowder.
And we have a picture of
It's actually an
this.
arrow.
Oh, and then it's wrapped in by like a gunpowderous
Yes,
thing. And it goes
yes.
far then.
Right.
Oh,
so it's
wow.
running fire, really.
No, it really is. So was this mass produced too?
It was. So according to historical records, in just 1 year, over 33,000 units of 주화 were sent to the northern regions for military use. So what that tells us is that even 600 years ago, Joseon wasn't just inventing weapons, it was already operating a large-scale military system capable of producing and distributing advanced technology.
Crash Override says the Hwacha was a special unit for Korea in Civilization 5. It's a game.
Oh, okay. I was like,
And you could play as Korea, and I guess you could
Oh,
have all
really?
these weapons and they'll do this. But I'm still curious to like, how did they even make something like? I know it's a different kind of rocket,
Yes,
but
yes.
still to be able to make it back then, though.
Well, that's actually one of the most interesting parts, I would say, and the answer might surprise you.
Okay.
The key material wasn't metal, it was paper.
If someone told me to make a ballistic missile out of paper,
Paper.
they would think I'm crazy.
Oh, no.
Paper for a weapon.
Yes. So when officials at the time requested materials to produce more 신기전, one of the main things they asked for was paper.
That is a very unexpected answer.
I know,
I'll tell you
right?
that.
But if you think about it, it kind of makes sense.
Okay.
A rocket needs a container to hold the gunpowder, right?
Right.
And that container has to be light, but at the same time durable, and it has to, be able to withstand heat. So Joseon engineers realized that layering strong paper could create a lightweight but sturdy structure.
This is, I mean, even still, like, I can't believe they made this work. This is
Right.
incredible engineering,
Yes.
and it's very advanced thinking for the time.
It really is. And remember, Joseon was famous for high quality paper like 한지,
That's right, that's right.
Which was known for being incredibly tough. So they were basically using one of their strongest industries, paper making, as a core part of military technology. Now, we obviously heard of it, hwacha.
It's funny because she was going to ask me, have you heard of hwacha?
Yes,
And,
Crash Override.
and then I was going to say, yes, I heard it from Crash
yes.
a minute ago.
Right. So hwacha is probably the most iconic weapon from Joseon. It was a mobile launcher that could fire dozens, sometimes over 100 rocket-propelled arrows at once. We have a photo prepared.
Yeah. Okay. And
It looks more portable, right?
it does, and it looks
mobile.
exactly what I would have thought it would look like. It's wow. That's a lot of arrows too.
Uh-huh. It's
And
less than 신기전 though, right?
It is. It is
Yes.
less than that.
Yes.
And it seems more portable, like you did say.
Right.
But still, it sounds very overwhelming, though.
It was designed to be overwhelming, and it allowed Joseon forces to respond quickly and create a wide area attack, especially when they were outnumbered. And they were actively used during the Imjin War in the late 16th century when Joseon had to defend itself against large-scale invasions.
So it wasn't just technology for show then.
Not at all. These weapons played a real role in battle, especially in situations where efficiency mattered more than sheer force. And that idea of efficiency sounds familiar, right? This is where the connection comes in. So if you think about it, Joseon was trying to protect itself with limited resources by using creative and effective technology.
I mean, if you look at the history of all the things that were
Mm-hmm.
created during the Joseon Dynasty, I mean, you look at the Gobuksan, right? The turtle ship. I mean, it was so advanced
I
for the
know.
time.
They're like, they're genius.
Yeah, exactly. And so like, at the time, they were saying it's incredible that they created something like this. And it's no wonder that the small number that they had, they were still able to fight off Japan during the invasion times.
I think that's why Koreans are very like efficient.
Yes.
Yes.
I think that's very
Right?
important.
We
And
have that in
so
our blood.
we saw all this and we fast forward again to today.
Yes, today Korea is doing something very similar, just on a completely different scale, I would say. So from hwacha to Cheongung-2, the technology has changed, but the mindset is surprisingly consistent. And it shows that this isn't just about weapons, it's about how a country builds its capabilities over time.
So where were all of these weapons actually made though? Like was that like a specific depot where these weapons were created?
Yes, there was a government office called 군기감, later known as 군기시. So this was basically Joseon's Central Weapons Manufacturing and Research Institute, something like a defense department. And it stood right where Seoul City Hall is today.
Oh. So
Yes.
like in the dead in the middle of Seoul.
Exactly. If you go underground near City Hall today, you can still see the remains of the original site. So right beneath one of the busiest areas in modern Seoul, there are traces of where rockets and weapons were developed 600 years ago.
Interesting.
Right?
Oh,
I didn't
learn
know
something,
that.
You learn something new every day.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right, Boyoung. So what's our final takeaway?
Well, I think what stays with me is this. Behind all this technology, there were people trying to protect something, right?
Yes.
And maybe that's why, even now, when we see these kinds of developments, it makes us hope for the same thing, which is that all this effort can lead to a world where we don't actually have to use them anymore.
No, that is a very good point. Again, I mean,
Right.
we hope we create these weapons in hopes that we never have to use them.
Yes, exactly.
Unfortunately, that is
Not the
case.
case. Mm-hmm.
All right, Poyoung, thank you very much for this interesting stuff. I learned something new today. Oh, actually, a
Yay.
couple of new things today.
Right. Paper.
Have a fantastic rest of your night. We'll see you again
Yes.
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
And sending her out of the studio, this is Treasure with BOMB.
Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
And joining us in the studio for a coffee break, today's tidbit is Poyoung. Poyoung, hello. Happy Friday.
Hello, happy Friday.
How long has it been since you joined us?
It's my fourth month.
Fourth month. So
now.
you already had your 100 days, right?
Oh yes.
I want to, because
think so.
I was going to ask her because she's never done it. In Korean, we call it 방송사고.
Oh right.
When we make a big boo-boo
accident
on
uh-huh.
air.
Yes.
You haven't done a 방송사고 yet. Cross your finger it'll never happen. I hope it never happens. I was telling her all these different 방송사고s.
Yes. It was so funny, guys.
On-air boo-boos that I've done.
Yes.
I cannot share with you guys.
Oh, he can't. He really can't. He's gonna get in big trouble.
I will get in big
Yes.
trouble. But it has to do with the laughing thing. Me and the guest laughed for 10 minutes straight.
They just couldn't stop.
We couldn't stop.
10 minutes non-stop laughing. At least it was good for your health.
It's good for my health. But it was also not good mentally because outside they had no idea why we're laughing.
Oh,
The
they didn't know.
No. Oh, this was. Oh, by the way, this wasn't it wasn't at Arirang. It was at a different radio station. So like the engineer and the producer had no idea why we're laughing, and so they were just like, just keep going. You have to report on it.
Right. It must have been so frustrating for them.
It was.
But like they were able to see you, right? But they just didn't know what happened.
Yes,
got
they
it.
didn't know what happened.
Oh,
But I had other stupid mistakes too.
well,
but,
it would have been a nightmare for them.
it was.
Those who
I
were
hope you
outside.
have to never go through.
Hopefully.
A
fingers crossed.
방송사고.
Yes, please.
But it does make you you grow from it. Hopefully. What's our tidbit today?
Well, today we're talking about something that people in Korea almost track like a schedule every single year, which is spring flower blooming. Boop, 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 boop. Ah, yeah. Why?
I mean, I told you I have hay fever.
Yes.
And so, with pollination and all that stuff, not a big deal.
We totally forgot about the challenge.
Yeah, I know.
You knew and you didn't tell me?
No, I
Guys.
mean, we'll do it one day. We'll do it one day.
One day?
One day
We
we'll
gotta
do
set
it.
a date.
I know. We'll do it.
When? We're not gonna do it, guys. He's saying that he's not gonna do it.
Next month. It'll be good to
month.
start a new month, right?
Right,
Fresh
that's
new
next
month.
week.
Yes, next week.
Wednesday.
We'll do it next Wednesday.
Okay.
But
see,
seriously,
guys.
when it comes to like spring flower blossoming and blooming and things like, people check that more often than like checking the weather these days.
Yes, yes. And what's interesting is that spring doesn't arrive all at once.
No.
It kind of moves step by step, almost like a sequence. So you start with 매화, plum blossoms, and then 개나리, forsythia, and 진달래, azalea, then 벚꽃, cherry blossoms, and finally 유채꽃, canola flowers. So depending on where you are and when you go, you can actually experience different stages of spring.
All right, so where does it all begin?
Well, it usually starts with 매화 or plum blossoms, especially in the southern regions around the 2nd to 3rd week of March. And these flowers are kind of special because they bloom even before winter fully ends. So they've always symbolized endurance and resilience in Korean culture.
By the way, so we got pictures here if you guys
Oh,
can see this. So
beautiful.
this is the 매화 flower.
Yes.
And it's called the forsythia?
No,
What's it
these
called?
are plum
Oh, plum
blossoms.
plum blossoms. Forsythia is the
Kenari,
kenari.
yes, yes.
Plum blossom.
Do you like 매화? Like, what's your favorite flower?
I
know you don't.
like 매화주.
매실주?
No, there's a 매화주.
Oh, there's
too.
매화주? Oh.
No, I like kenari as a kid. As a kid.
It's yellow, it's pretty, and you can see it everywhere.
And
really.
진달래 is, it used to be, when I was hosting Korea now, our fandom name was Ajeria.
Oh, why?
Aje plus Korea. So azaleas, 진달래, that was our flower, the 진달래s.
Ajeria, oh my
But that's
God.
so okay, so and there's famous festival for this too?
Yes, the 광양 매화 축제, 매화 festival. And this year, it's already over. It ran from March 13th to the 22nd, and it actually recorded the highest number of visitors since the festival became ticketed.
Really?
Around 710,000 people visited, which is huge.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, this is a photo.
They're not
Well,
even in. Oh no, they are in bloom.
Yes.
It's just that some of them are lighter in
sparse,
color.
right,
okay.
right.
Okay. It would have been nice if they were all pink, but maybe because it
Yes.
was colder.
It was. It really was. The cold snap.
Yeah.
It came quite late.
I was talking about how the cold snap was pretty long, but okay, that's more. Still 710,000.
Right?
That's more than expected.
Right? And what's really interesting is why it worked so well this year. So the organizers didn't just rely on experience or guesswork, they actually used data. So they combined weather data with agricultural growth data to predict exactly when the flowers would bloom. And based on that, they adjusted the festival schedule to match the peak bloom.
So people actually got to see the flowers at their best.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, in the past, there was always, that uncertainty, like you might go and the flowers weren't fully out yet. But this time, they minimized that risk, and that really improved the overall experience. So it's kind of interesting how even something like a flower festival in Korea is becoming more data-driven.
Yeah, I mean, it's a high-tech society,
Yes,
right?
it is.
What comes next?
Next comes comes Kenari forsythia, usually from late March into early April. You'll start seeing those bright yellow flowers everywhere, especially in cities like Seoul.
So I was saying this was my favorite flower as a
Yes,
kid. Okay, so
yes.
this is gonna sound real dumb, but
Okay,
you have to
I like
understand.
dumb.
I was a kid. When I was 3 or 4, I read a book, and I forget what the book was about. Like the whole book. But the book said that Kenari, right? It's yellow.
Yes.
So chicks follow it,
Oh.
thinking it's other chicks. Right, baby chickens.
Yes.
And so I liked taking care of baby chickens when I was a young kid. And so I would sit around like an idiot
Oh.
waiting for chicks to come
What?
out.
Really? Next
Yes.
to the forsythia?
Yes, forsythias.
Oh my God.
And so I'd be like, where's the chicks?
That is so cute.
And so
Like little 병아리. you're
yes,
talking about,
병아리,
right?
병아리.
Oh my God.
I forgot what book it was, but it was like, it was a children's book. You know, like
Yes.
chicks following
Cute
Kenari.
SJ.
I was a dumb kid.
Oh no, that's cute. That's sweet.
But that's a
You were
beautiful.
still
I
sweet
love
back
this
then.
color. I love this
Yes.
color.
Oh, you like yellow?
I used to like yellow as a kid.
Not anymore.
Not
you just
a-
like black.
I like whatever the color of money is. Sometimes yellow,
Sometimes green.
sometimes green.
Sometimes light blue.
But the whole city will suddenly look yellow because of this
Exactly.
bright yellow color.
Exactly. Like you see them while you're driving.
I
these days,
do.
right? You
I do.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But here's something interesting. Not all the yellow flowers you see are actually kenari. There are 3 really similar looking flowers that bloom around the same time. So one is 영춘화, winter jasmine. One is kenari, forsythia, and the other is 말리화, forsythia ovata.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna, okay. So we have the picture. I'm thinking
You have to guess. Oh, can you guess like which one's the kenari?
it's not in order.
It is in order.
I would have assumed it's in order. So the first one is the 영춘화, the
Yes.
winter jasmine. That's a
Yes.
beautiful flower,
It
by
is,
the way.
it is.
Kenari, I recognize this. And then the 말리화 looks like a smaller version of the kenari.
Right.
Wow,
right. You
that's
can
so
say that.
confusing.
Right, right.
Okay.
They look all the same, right?
It does look very
But
similar.
if you look closely, they're actually quite different. So, for example, if the flower has 5 or 6 petals and looks more flat, that's 영춘화. And if it has 4 petals and the branches droop down naturally, that's kenari. And if it also has 4 petals, but the branches grow more straight and upright, that's 말리화.
Okay, okay, that's easy to tell then.
Yeah,
with
it
that.
is. It is.
All right, so another interesting fact.
Is that kenari is actually a native Korean plant, but you almost never see it produce fruit here. And that's because most of the ones grown are the same type, so pollination doesn't really happen properly.
That's right. So kenari, the
Forsythia.
scientific name is Forsythia koreana.
Yes, it is.
There you go. Okay, random but interesting.
It is. And if you want to see kenari properly, there's the Ungbong Mountain Kenari Festival happening this weekend. It's not just about looking at flowers either. There are brass band performances, photo zones. Ooh, I would love to try this, face painting, and even things like instant photo booths. And on the second day, they hold writing and drawing contests, so it feels very interactive and local.
And we got to talk about the Jindale azalea, which was
Yes.
the flower of Korea now. This
Yes.
comes around this time too.
Right, usually late March as well. And one of the biggest festivals is the Yeosu Yeongchi Mountain Jindale Festival.
Oh.
It also happens this weekend. And Yeongchi-san, Yeongchi Mountain, is actually considered one of the top 3 azalea habitats in Korea. So the scale itself is really impressive.
Oh, look at that.
Right?
Holy cow. Wow.
Yes, that's the mountain.
Oh, geez.
Uh-huh.
I thought this was from like a movie or something.
No,
Wow.
this is Korea.
That is
yeah.
beautiful.
It is beautiful. It is.
Look at that. So the entire mountain will be covered in pink.
Exactly. But what's different this year is that the festival is becoming more experience focused. So instead of just walking around and looking at flowers, people can actually participate in different activities.
All right, we'll continue to talk about these activities, but first, this is Lucy with Kewa Flowering. Back in the studio for a coffee break. Today's tip, we're talking about flower season.
Flower season.
Crash Albright says it's called Sakura season in Japan, but I
yeah,
rarely
Sakura.
hear it called Pokko season on Arirang. No, we call it Pokko season all the time. We call it cherry blossom season. Cherry blossom ending. Pokko ending.
Yes. 봄바람이 날리.
We would never call it Sakura season. We always call it Pokko season or
Right.
cherry blossom
Right.
season, right?
Right.
Speaking of busker, let's go back to Yeosu.
Oh, 야수 밤바다. That was a
영치산.
terrible duet.
We should never sing together.
Oh, we should never, ever.
여수-
I'll do the beatboxing.
여수 영치산 진달래 축제.
Yes, let's talk more about the activities. So, for example, they introduced a 12-kilometer trail race this year. That's something that you would never do, SJ. So you're literally running through the mountains surrounded by azaleas. And 진달래 is actually edible. You knew that?
I did not know
It
that.
is edible. So there are hands-on programs like making 진달래 화전, like flour pancakes. And other programs also include flower crafts, stamp tours, and even building small birdhouses to hang in the forest.
Interesting.
Very cute.
Okay, now, Crash, we're at the cherry blossom
Yes,
now.
벚꽃.
Yes.
That's the main event here. And probably the moment most people are waiting for. So in 2026, Seoul is expected to start blooming around April 3rd, which is about 5 days earlier than usual.
Huh.
Busan around March 25th, and Daejeon around March 31st. So you can really see how spring moves up the country.
Yeah, it moves south and then it comes up,
from
and
the
the last
warmer
place to get it
region
is
to the
like
colder
the
region.
like the Paju area up
Yes,
north there.
exactly.
But I heard Jeju is a bit different this year.
That's right. So Seogwipo in Jeju is actually expected to bloom slightly later than usual, which is around March 25th.
So
that
it did
already
pass,
passed.
yeah.
Yes. And that's because of a late cold snap earlier this
Yeah,
month.
we did have a long cold snap.
So while most regions are speeding up, Jeju is kind of slowing down this year.
That must make the festival timing quite tricky.
Exactly. And that's why timing is such a big deal for cherry blossom festivals. And the biggest one in Korea is called the 진해 군항제, which opened today and runs until April 5th.
Okay, so that's the biggest one in the country, right?
It is. It's considered the largest spring flower festival in Korea, and it actually started back in 1952 as a memorial event for Admiral Lee Sun-shin. But over time, the cherry blossoms became the main attraction. And now the entire city of Jinhae is filled with about 360,000 cherry trees, mostly wangbonnamu, which are known for their large and full blossoms.
Yeah, China is a great place to go to because there's a famous photos zone by the now defunct train station.
Oh, yes, yes.
And so it's like by a train track, and then you have the trees, and
Yes,
it's quite beautiful.
beautiful,
It's beautiful. Of course, it is even more beautiful when you see it in person, right?
It really is. And what makes it even more special is that this year, the bloom is expected to match the festival timing quite well. So unlike some years, people will likely see the flowers at their peak. And there's also a large-scale fireworks show over Jinhae Bay, combined with music and night views of the cherry blossoms. So it's not just daytime viewing, but also a night experience.
And
I
we
would
got to
love go.
quickly talk about the Seoul events, right?
Yes, and that's really the trend now. Even in Seoul, festivals held in Seokcheon-Osu from April 3rd to 11th and Yeouido from April 3rd to 7th are becoming more cultural events with performances, themed spaces, and even accessibility programs for visitors with disabilities.
If you want to just avoid the crowd, like me, if you go to Seoul High School, they have cherry blossoms over there. You could look at it there.
right in front of here. Like,
Yeah, very
it's-
close by,
yes,
down the
yes,
block, right? The
yes.
Seoul High School. They got cherry blossoms
Oh, really?
over there.
Oh, already?
I don't think yet.
Oh, not
but I'm
bloomed
saying
yet?
like avoid the crowd. You don't have to go to Yeouido.
No, you're going to feel the vibe, like everyone taking pictures. And,
So that's the end of the cherry blossom season.
well, not
April?
quite. There's one more stage, which is 겹벚꽃, double cherry blossoms.
Oh my gosh.
These bloom about 1 or 2 weeks later, usually around mid-April, and they look quite different.
Okay, and how so?
Well, the petals are layered, sometimes over 20 petals. So they look much fuller and almost like cotton candy, right? And because of that, some festivals are now timed specifically for these flowers.
We got to show this picture. This is like
Yes,
it's
the
almost like
double cherry blossom.
what? I've never seen that before.
They're much fuller, right?
Okay,
Yes,
incredible stuff.
beautiful.
Oh, look, very quickly another one.
유채꽃.
Okay.
Well, when Koreans think of 유채꽃, canola flowers, they almost automatically think of Jeju, right?
Yes.
Those wide yellow fields. And what's interesting is that in Jeju, 유채꽃 can actually start blooming as early as January in some southern areas. But the peak season, when you get those full yellow landscapes, is usually around March to April.
And you got the Halasan Mountain right on the
Yeah.
backdrop there. Beautiful stuff there. Beautiful. Let's jump right into our final takeaway.
Well, I think now that spring is finally here, it's a good reminder to slow down a little and actually notice these moments. Maybe take a walk, look at the flowers, and just enjoy the season while it lasts. And don't forget to take care of yourself too, because the weather changes pretty quickly this time of year.
I was wondering why you froze.
Yes.
She had this look like, what? It's not halasan. I
It's not
apologize.
halasan, guys.
I apologize. It wasn't halasan.
Yes, I was like, wait, should I mention this or should I just let it slide?
You should. Man, I was another 방송사고. Look at that. Talking about 방송사고 is another 방송사고 there. Puyang, I wish we had more time to share more information for our listeners, but have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you again on Monday.
See you on Monday.
And sending around the studio, this is Hyuna with Flower Shower.